This is something we wanted to do once, and the reason is because, as I told you guys before, like I wanted to go through an immersion event with you guys and just dump a ton of stuff on you. And I want to do it on purpose. I wanted to give you guys so much stuff, and you should be feeling like this. Okay, if you're feeling like this, is a good thing. But hopefully now you're starting to connect a lot of dots, right? Who here feels like a lot of the questions and stuff, you start to see all the dots. Everything's not clear yet, but all these things have all kind of come together. Cool, fuzzy dots. Okay, that was the goal of this, right? Now moving forward, it's kind of interesting. Like whenever I go to an event, a lot of times I struggle because I got an entire yellow notepad full of thousands of pages of stuff, and I'm like, I don't know where to start, right? It's like walking to the library and seeing a million books, and like, what should I learn today? Like, where do I go, right? And so for all you guys, like, I want to kind of give you what I do that's helped me immensely, so that when I leave an event and I go home, that I actually take what I learned and I implement it very, very quickly. I take the time, like all of you guys are going to be going home. You're either going to be driving or flying or whatever. But use that time when you got an hour or 2 hours of downtime to look through your notes, read through everything, and really figure out kind of for you where you're at in this process. Everyone's got different spots, you know. And the biggest thing you can do is sit down and figure out, like, what's the first thing? Okay, kind of like the one thing. What's the first thing I need to do? And what's the second thing? And all I do whenever I come home from an event, I sit down and take all my notes and I map out a timeline of not like when or how, just what's the first thing I need to do, the second, the third, the fourth, and everything based on what I understand now from being here for a week, for a weekend, however long you've been here for, is what are the steps in the process. And when you get home, now you've got a blueprint. Okay? Now for most of you guys, if I was you right now, going back through this, the things I would do would be very, very simple. First thing I would do is I would really sit down and figure out this. Okay, figure out exactly what it is I want to be selling at each of these steps, right? Okay, where do I want to take my people? This is coming back to this one, right? Where do I want to take these people? That'll be the first thing I want to find out. Okay, and then kind of what are these different pieces throughout here? Second thing I'd be figuring out is like, who do I really want to have? And I would really spend some time thinking about this, you guys. I wish that 10 years ago somebody would have told me that, and I would have spent a lot of time sitting down and architecting exactly who I wanted. Okay, I didn't. I just went out there, started doing stuff, and I ended up for years having the type of customers I wasn't in love with. It took me a lot of time and effort, and a year and a half ago to sit down and say, who do we actually want to be working with to be able to architect you guys? That's how we got you guys in the room. You guys are amazing people. So figure out exactly who you want. Number 3 I'd work on is the bait. Okay, what's that first thing you're going to create? Okay, and I think that I've stressed it over and over and over again, my belief in free plus shipping. The fact you can create it fast and easy. What's the first free plus shipping thing I'm going to make? Okay, do what Simon did, take an interview, record yourself, whatever it is, but just make something really, really quick so you can have some bait to throw out there. Because as soon as you have something tangible, for whatever reason, like things start moving forward. Okay, if you just keep like thinking about it forever, nothing ever happens. So figure out some bait. After you got the bait now, then come back and start building out the funnel. Let's log into ClickFunnels and just kind of take all these pieces out. Actually, let's do, yeah. So funnel here, map out your funnel. And 5 here would be ClickFunnels. Log in, start building it out. So I build out all the different pieces. Now the pieces are built out, all the pages are there. Next I would come back and I would start doing my sales videos for each of these different pieces. Upsells, downsells. After I got that, now all the pieces are in place. Then I come back to the where. I start testing out some Facebook ads. Yeah, I got bad handwriting. ClickFunnels. That's kind of the process I would personally go through. So for you guys, I would look at that and start stepping out, going through those pieces. Now again, in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whenever you get to this point, you're going to be like, I don't remember any of that stuff. I remember it was cool, I kind of remember it, but I don't remember it. Okay? You're not going to remember it. The goal is not for you to remember everything. The goal is for you to understand it. That was why we dumped so much on you so fast. You need to understand it. Now we can come back and say, okay, I want to figure out how to do this. Can you get to Facebook? You're probably not going to remember everything John said the first night, right? But do you remember the concept? I can find people with huge Facebook fan pages and I can throw my bait out there. Okay, you understand the concept. That was the goal. Now we can come back when we're at this spot and now let's figure that out. Okay, let's find the tools, the resources, let's go through all that kind of stuff and dig a lot deeper. Okay? And we'll have more the actual how-to strategic piece of each of these happening inside of the new members area for you guys here very, very soon. Again, this event was a lot of the overall hierarchy strategy. And then, you guys don't even know this yet, we have a new Inner Circle members area coming up where the next step is not any strategic stuff. It's going to be going through the tactical of like, let's actually just build this whole thing all the way through. kind of over the shoulder type thing. And so when you get to this part, you'll have all the resources to actually watch John sit there and do it over and over and over again. Then you can just copy him and just do it. Okay. So that's kind of what I would recommend doing, you guys. A couple other things is make sure you find your accountability partner you met on Monday, and I would set up a time for early as possible to set up your accountability meeting with someone. And this is the kind of stuff you should be holding each other accountable to. You should be saying, okay, this is my deal. This is Tuesday morning. By next Tuesday or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have this, this, and this done. And if not, you got to cash my check. Okay? And the next week, we're going to start pounding it out. Okay? But your accountability partners, again, find someone good. If you don't have someone yet, find somebody and leverage that person. That's going to be the thing that kind of kicks your butt and keeps you moving on to the next level. I have one last story, then I'll be done. When I first got in this business, I had a chance to listen to an interview with Gary Halbert and with someone else. I can't remember who now. Anyway, they did this interview, and they were talking about this concept called letter gold. It was interesting. He was talking about when the Mexican mafia, when they need to change laws and they need to do stuff, he said that they basically have this concept called plata or plomo, letter gold. Right? And so what would happen is the Mexican mafia comes down, like, we need to change the law, and they come to the government and say, hey, we need you to change this law so we can sell more drugs or whatever. The government's like, no, we're not going to do that. You're crazy. He says, okay, that's fine. And so that night they all go home, they go to bed, and the mafia breaks into the guy's house that can make the decisions and comes in there, and he's got a gun and a bag of gold and says, you've got two choices. You're going to change the law, and if you do, you get gold. If not, you get lead. So what do you want, lead or gold? Make your choice. And guess what happens? Somehow magically laws are changed and things happen, right? When your options are lead or gold, things change. Okay? Now, if you want to be successful in this business, the biggest reason why most people, I think, are not successful is they come in this, like, okay, I'm going to try to get this done. I'm going to try to get this done. I'm going to try to get this done. They never get anything done. Okay? The biggest reason why I think I'm successful in this business is because when I have a goal, I set deadlines on every single thing, and we have lead or gold dates. I know that this is going to happen. We're going to launch this on this day. I got one of two options. I'm going to die, or I'm going to make a bunch of money. Those are my only two options. Okay, ask my team every single day, the day before we launch anything, we're there till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, going crazy because I know that if I go to bed, I'm going to die. Okay, and I trick my mind to believe that. Okay, we had so much MMA Ignite before we launched the beta version for ClickFunnels. Todd was out here. We were like going crazy for 5 or 6 nights in a row. I almost collapsed before we gave you guys access to it the first time. It was crazy. Okay, but I knew we had to get it to happen. Because I promise you guys, if you don't trick your mind like that, and you're just like, I'll get it done, it'll keep moving, and it'll never get done, ever. Okay? I don't care if you set your due date tomorrow or 6 months from now. The night before, you're going to be up till 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's just the way humans work. Right? We always do that way. So set goals that are aggressive with your accountability partner. Set letter goal dates. Say, look, we got two options. I'm either going to die or we're going to make some money. I don't know about you guys, but I like making money. Who here likes making money? Awesome. Okay, so that's your goal with your accountability partners. Outside of that, you guys, congratulations. I want to give you guys a round of applause for put up with me for 3 days. You good? Anything else? Any other questions? Awesome, you guys. Thanks so much, and appreciate you guys.